Hi, I'm Max Keiser. This is Max and Stacy Report. Remember, when you're accessorizing your Bitcoin wardrobe, you fashionistas out there, try to coordinate your orange Bitcoin grenade with your shoes. That's generally a good rule of thumb. Hi, Stacy. Come on, boomers. Stop being disgusting pigs. Yeah, it's terrible. And the new generation coming up, they have to work extra hard to make any progress, because you still have the boomers that have that old mentality, as you say, whether it's throwing toxic risk into the marketplace with bonds that are now collapsing, or actually throwing real garbage into the rivers, which is another form of pollution. It's all pollution, and the boomers essentially thrive on pollution. Now, this new generation, this Bitcoin generation here in El Salvador, they understand the pristine collateral that is Bitcoin, and they reject the idea of fouling the environment for a quick penny. They understand the long-term value of it and its relationship to their overall well-being. And I think that the tide is turning. The rivers are flowing differently, and the Bitcoin ethos is permeating. Right, why do you hold on to your Bitcoin? Because you understand that it has future value and it can't be inflated away by the money printers. And when I talk to people here in El Salvador and they have maybe 10 or 15 or $20 on their Chivo wallet, they're quite proud of it. They're like, I'm saving this for the future because I know in the future the purchasing power of Bitcoin will be where it is or greater, no doubt much greater. Whereas the fiat money world, they just dump all their toxic sludge into the river. They spend it right now on trinkets and garbage, and they have fiat lives, and they live fiat lives, and they're going to die fiat lives in a fiat grave, singing songs of fiat misery. We won't begrudge their departing. They are no longer welcome here. The entire fiat generation, be gone! Right, paper money has a lot of problems in terms of it being inflated away, the purchasing power being destroyed, and the quintillion an air effect, as you described it. Gold, because it's traded by weight, it has some advantages over fiat money because somebody can say, this is an ounce of gold. I can weigh it and it's an ounce, and I know it's an ounce. But of course, over history, there's been problems with fake gold, and it's got costs associated with it in transporting and insuring the gold. Then Bitcoin comes around and it's a whole new paradigm. It's validated by itself through the work of encryption and mathematics that's perfect and confiscatable behind an unpenetrable wall of encryption, which is superior to gold and obviously superior to fiat. So it appeals to the psyche and appeals to the emotion, or it appeals to the human wellness that would be incumbent on us as humans as part of nature. And this is why this generation is so excited to be part of it. I'm staring into space because I'm channeling the words of Satoshi himself. I am the bishop of Bitcoin. I am Satoshi's representative here on Earth. If you see me staring into space, it's because I'm actually chanting the. Yeah, exactly. Keynesian economics doesn't work. No, it doesn't. And they're finding it out in Germany in real time. Oh, it's cold in here. Hey, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, much more coming your way. All righty, super. Let's talk European energy prices. They're going parabolic. This catastrophe seems entirely self-made, part green policies, part sanctions. What are your thoughts on what's happening and how would Bitcoin fix it? Oh, wow, interesting. Now, what about this trend toward sanctioning energy-rich nations like Russia, Iran, Venezuela? Does this hasten the demise of the US dollar, at least as an international settlements layer? Because is it even possible to separate the reserve currency from energy pricing and survive? How does Bitcoin fix the stability of a nation's energy grid? Use the example of El Salvador, and what could Bitcoin mining do for it? Now, Adam, you call yourself a fossil fuel maximalist, but you're not against using whichever stranded energy resources are available. In fact, things like hydro or geothermal are often the most stranded of all energy resources. What does Bitcoin do for stranded energy? How can it transform the global economy as we know it? All right, Adam O. Thanks for being on Max and Stacy Report.
Hey, absolutely, guys. Thanks for having me.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for this edition of Max and Stacy Report. Want to thank our special guest, Adam O., coming to you from El Salvador, land of the free.